Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching our continuous coverage of the Axiom-4 mission launch. We will hopefully have it today, fingers crossed. As far as, the different stages are concerned at the moment, what we are getting to know that a major milestone has been passed. The WIN file has been uploaded now. There was some sort of troubleshooting happening just a few moments back, but everything seems right on track at the moment. Launch escape system has been verified. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what is happening currently at the Kennedy Space Center in the United States of America. Remember, extremely important, extremely crucial in India's space journey, in India's space exploration. Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla is going to become the second Indian to be in space and only the first Indian to be on the International Space Station. Lots of excitement, lots of nervousness, lots of concern also, but altogether a lot of pride in what India has been able to do and India hopes to achieve with this mission that is going to be hopefully seeing its liftoff today. This is, remember, going to be happening on the Dragon spacecraft, Falcon 9 rocket. Remember, 98 to 99% of success has been its track record. There have been multiple delays with this mission because, remember, the space agencies that have been involved in this entire mission do not want to take a chance. They wanted everything to be perfect because, remember, it's not just about space exploration, it's about human lives as well. And these are very, very crucial, significant, tiniest of things that are taken care of in space missions. Right now on the broadcast, I continue to be joined by Mr. Jijit Ravi. He's a former scientist at ISRO and part of the Chandrayaan mission, as well as Dr. Selvamurthy, who is a former DG DRDO and a chancellor at the Amity University in Chhattisgarh. Before I go to them, let's also listen into some of the reactions that have come in.
Upload has begun. So all of that brought us through the confirmations we've been listening to, the check-ins, confirming that the crew arm is stowed, and of course, as we were listening so intently for earlier today, that our launch escape system is armed. With that, we are just over 31 minutes away from today's liftoff.
Incredible. That white room is got a lot of history in it already.
And lots more to come, which is really exciting. Yes,
we are just adding another chapter to this storied location. That 39A has got so much history already.
So, of course, everything about today is really timelined down to the minute. As we were talking about earlier today, the crew wake up all the way through launch. We have this kind of precise choreography that is key to our launch site execution. Each of the calls we're hearing, the visual cues that we're seeing, and that we're acknowledging to you who are joining us from around the world, serve as critical synchronization.
Stage 1, cryohelium loading.
There's confirmation there that we're loading the cryohelium on board stage 1 of Falcon 9. And each of these milestones are critical synchronization points for both the ground and crew teams. As they say, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. It's hard to believe that it's been 5 years since Dragon radically changed how humanity gets to space. After the space shuttle program ended in 2011, NASA astronauts primarily used the Russian Soyuz spacecraft for travel to the International Space Station. Until 2020, Dragon was the Russian Soyuz.
Well, so that has been the, live visual and live commentary that has been going on at the Kennedy Space Center. In just a short while from now, hopefully we will have that liftoff. But remember, before the launch of Axiom-4, Shubhanshu Shukla shared his inspirational message. In fact, his colleagues, his teammates also talked about him. Listen in.
From the Indian Space Research Organization, AX-4 pilot Shubhanshu Shukla.
Namaste. I'm Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla.
A fighter pilot for 15 years, he was selected as one of 4 Indian astronauts in 2020.
Captain Shukla, are you ready for the ride? Will you do some yoga in space like your idol Rakesh Sharma did in 1984?
The first Indian astronaut, Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma, traveled to space in 1984. I grew up reading about him in textbooks and listening to his stories from space. I was deeply, deeply impressed by him. This journey that I'm on, it has been a long one for me. And started out somewhere. I didn't know that this is the path it is going to finally take. I would say that I've been extremely fortunate and extremely lucky to have gotten the opportunities to first fly all my life, which was a dream job for me, and then have the opportunity to apply to astronaut corps, and now consequently be here. The way this worked out for me was that probably a week before we arrived at Axiom was the time I came to know that I will be going. I was extremely excited to be here. I was very, very happy because this was a possibility for me to actually fly to space. You don't know how to respond to such things.
Shuk's wisdom, the knowledge that he possesses, he could be 130 years old.
For me, having him as my pilot in the Dragon capsule is great. He already has that operational savvy. You know, he's just wicked smart when it comes to spacecraft technologies.
He is very focused, and he will basically go 1, 2, 3, 4 in a record time. I don't even know how he gets there so fast.
The team that I'm flying with on this mission, it is fantastic. I do feel that, I have exceptional crewmates. I will have these crew members for this one flight, but post this mission, these are going to be my friends for life. It has been an amazing journey. These are moments that really tell you that you are getting to be a part of something that is much larger than yourself. I can only say how extremely fortunate I am to be a part of this. It is my sincere endeavor through my mission to inspire an entire generation back home in the country. I want to use this opportunity to ignite curiosity among kids. Even if this story, my story, is able to change one life, it would be a huge success for me. I'm Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, and I am the mission pilot for Axiom-4 mission.
All right, even as Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla continues to make all of us proud, I am right now joined by Ridhita from Kolkata and Adeep from Lucknow. Adeep at the moment is at Shubhanshu Shukla's school. Adeep, what is happening there? His family is also present there, I believe. Get us all the excitement at the moment from Lucknow.
Well, definitely, Shreya, this is the school of Shubhanshu Shukla, and you can see that the school is now waiting for the launch. In fact, they have these big screens for the live streaming of the launch of the Axiom-4 mission. The family is sitting right there in the front row, and they are being greeted by the school staff. And what this school has done is this, that they have created a mini space station right here in Lucknow with all the replicas of the space center, with the replicas of mission control center, the replicas of the rocket, and also some other space things such as the moving rovers, and especially this mission control center, where these young students are learning how the mission control center works. So this is how the Lucknow is preparing for the launch of Shubhanshu Shukla into the International Space Station. In fact, they have also placed this particular replica which shows that how many space programs India has so far conducted successfully. We have Gangayaan 1, Gangayaan 2, Chandrayaan 4, Mangalyaan 2. So this is what this school is trying to replicate through this very program. And in fact, they have placed multiple charts that are being created by the students of CMS school. So you see there are multiple charts of Shubhanshu Shukla showcasing his space journey. And in fact, there's one interesting poster that has been kept right here in CMS, which shows the journey of Shubhanshu Shukla when he joined CMS right in 2001, and then he appeared for NDA. So this is a very young photograph of Shubhanshu Shukla. He was in CMS in 2001, okay. And after that he appeared for the NDA exam in 2002. So this all shows the journey of Shubhanshu Shukla, that how he achieved these heights, and now he's going to touch the sky with glory when he'll be launching for the International Space Station in a few minutes from now, Shreya.
Absolutely, Adeep. I'll keep coming back to you for the latest. Dr. Selvamurthy, we've come a long way from 1984 when Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma went into space on Soyuz T-11 to this day when India is planning its own manned mission in the form of Gaganyaan, and we're sending one of our Gagan Yatris into space to understand what this means and how the body reacts and how, humans behave in space, how humans are impacted into space. Clearly, a very long, fruitful journey of India's space exploration.
Yes, the aspirational India is eagerly looking forward to this Axiom-4, which is a very important milestone in the history of Indian space mission, that we are going to put our Gagan Yatri, the Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, and he's going to be there, and we pray and we wish him good luck. This mission should go well, and he should meet all the mission objectives, which he has a big agenda, research agenda, and I'm sure that with his yoga practice, which he is doing before and now maybe in space, this will keep him fit physically, mentally, and spiritually. So that will propel him to reach all the mission objectives. This is a very unique mission, so I want to place on record our appreciation to SpaceX as well as to NASA and the other partners in this program for this international big mission, which we have planned for 2 weeks mission, a fortnightly mission, and I'm sure that they will keep good health because it was postponed or rescheduled at least 5 times. Yes. So we are all eagerly looking forward to the launch and the experiments which they are going to conduct, which is 60 experiments which are of critical nature, which will make a great impact on humanity, right from biotechnology, human physiology. They are going to look at also the agriculture, material science, and also the other domains of life support technologies for the future missions. So these 5 major agenda is there as the research agenda. That's why this mission is very important. And I'm very confident that this crew, the 4th crew member who will be reaching International Space Station, stay there for 14 days, and come out with valuable information which will make tremendous beneficial effect and impact on humanity to improve the quality of life. And also how do we harness the potential of space for many biotechnological as well as engineering and technological marvels, which we will demonstrate during this 14-day stay there. So I wish all the best for this. And this is a very important. ISRO has come a long way.
Absolutely.
And we have right from starting from SLV, ASLV, PSLV, GSLV, lunar mission, Mars mission. We have come a long way in such a short time. It has been an exponential growth. And Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, in the last 10 years, he has given a new impetus for space research. He has opened up with the new space, the laws as well as the space policies, which have opened up to the private sector. So this will bring exciting things.
Absolutely, Dr. Selvamurthy. It really helps India's space exploration sector, India's space sector, when the government supports it. I'm also joined by my colleagues Kritika, who's joining us from New Delhi, Neha's joining us from Bengaluru, and of course we have Ridhita from Kolkata and Adeep from Lucknow. Remember, viewers, the entire country has its eyes at the Kennedy Space Center today. We're all waiting with bated breath and a lot of excitement as to what's going to be happening at 12:01 p.m. IST. Kritika, can I come to you and understand from you all the excitement that has been happening, defying all age factors? People across age groups are today excited about what's going to happen in the next few minutes. Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla is going to be making the country proud.
Well, absolutely. After 41 years since Rakesh Sharma, we're seeing that another Indian will be embarking into space. Currently, I'm also at the India Space Congress, an event that is taking place in New Delhi currently. And of course, there are multiple people who are engaged with the industry, who are also looking forward to the Axiom launch. Sir, if I can just get a word, in just a few minutes, in fact, from now, the Axiom launch will be taking place. Shubhanshu Shukla will be the pilot. What are your feelings? What do you feel this moment has in store for India's future into space exploration as well?
Oh, we are very much exciting actually. So because such a feat, it's not very easy going through the journey, right? Several years of training in the Air Force, and thereafter ISRO training, very gruesome training, and thereafter coming to that stage where we are ready to go. Very much excited to see.
Absolutely, sir. So we know that some screens have also been set up here for the live streaming, for the launch as well. You're also associated in a similar field. This is also an example of...
I'm part of ISRO. I worked in ISRO for 23 years.
Of course, sir. That is why we're speaking to you as well. Sir, how do you see this also play out for the public-private space as well, the partnership that could have an effect on the startups that are also springing up?
So if you see 2020 onwards, there is no looking back actually. Government has been very proactively supporting the space program, the private space program, right? So you see the kind of startup coming and the startup ecosystem, the way it is evolving, and actually every year you will see many more startup coming. The older ones actually getting more and more fund, and they are into space program with more and more launches, right? Every year things are improving quite significantly.
Right,
and
Kritika.
Finally, we also are seeing that exclusive experiments will also be carried out by ISRO through Shubhanshu Shukla as well, foray into agriculture, implications for the pharmaceutical industry as well. What do you think that, what more can you tell us about those aspects?
Yeah, I mean, see, what we cannot do in the earthy environment, right? So that's what is being tried actually. So it's an excellent way to actually get into a newer and more, innovative research that is going to be done in the next 10 to 15, 20 years, right? So it will be a seed for the kind of science that we want to do in India.
Right. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. As you heard, Shreya, this is not only a feat that is relevant for now, but can have very positive ramifications from 15 years from now as well. We're speaking to different ISRO scientists, people who've contributed to the Chandrayaan events as well, and all of them have to say that this is only opening up borders. We're also being joined by
Absolutely,
Dr.
Kritika. I'll come back to you, Kritika. Let me also go across to Mr. Jijit Ravi. Mr. Jijit Ravi, there have been, as we were talking, multiple delays in this liftoff. Finally, we will hopefully be seeing this in a short while from now, in a few minutes. In fact, these crucial moments that, the entire world has its eyes on. But one of the things that, delayed this was the liquid oxygen leak. How significant is that? Because these are volatile, explosive elements that, astronauts deal with. At the moment, how significant would that be?
Yeah, in a short while, we will have that particular launch sequence event of LOX, that is liquid oxygen fueling into the tank, the fuel tanks, cryogenic tanks of the Falcon rocket. And since we have a launch go ahead, it means that currently all the systems are corrected, and they may have already done multiple checks for this. So yeah, of course, this is a kind of checkpoint in this particular launch. We are also very eagerly looking at, because this was the one reason why the previous launch date of 11th could not be succeeded. But from the way this is proceeding, because if there is a Lock 6 issue even now, the crew members will not be entering into the spacecraft. So I consider that the entire health check related to those locks, so that is liquid oxygen, is cleared. But since you asked this question in kind of an eventuality of it's kind of an extremely dangerous situation, because this liquid oxygen is a kind of oxidizer, and if it is leaking, it can kind of create a severe damage into this launch vehicle, that is Falcon. So
okay, that
is a kind of a situation, because it can actually enter into the systems, and it's liquid oxygen. Once it is comes out, it goes into the vapor gaseous form, and it very quickly oxidize all the kind of components like metallic components, etc. And it's very dangerous. But of course, we don't have that situation right now.
Okay. Let me also go across to my colleague Neha, who's joining us from Bengaluru. Lots of excitement across the country. Neha, as far as, youngsters, people who've been involved in space exploration in the country, of course, the newer generation, all of them looking forward to this moment where they can see the second Indian go into space.